Hi, my name is Susan. My name is Eunice.
My name is Wango.
Shiro Madenge.
Bagari. Remember to like, share, subscribe, and comment on our episodes.
Karibuni Mum Nation.
Hi, welcome back to Mum Nation. And thank you for watching our channel. Please, if you have not subscribed, subscribe and follow us on Facebook and Instagram. Today, we are here with Dettol, our sponsor. Please sanitize. Remember to sanitize always. And also give your kids and family to sanitize. So today, I'm here with
Shiro.
Wango.
Susan. Bagari.
And I'm Eunice. So, about a month ago, I moved house. I have 3 children. Let's just say, I think I'm still moving in my mind. I'm still moving. And the settling is taking forever. So today we are going to talk about moving house. I'm sure each of us have moved house at one point or the other as adults. Even as children, yes, but as adults, we've moved house at one point or another. And we have had different experiences. And some of us would get movers if we can afford to get movers. Some of us may not be able to get movers. Either you can't afford or it's by choice. But we want to discuss the pros and cons of that and our experiences in moving with the family. Yeah, the last time I moved house before this, I didn't have children, but I was pregnant and the experience was bad. It was really, really horrible. I didn't have movers. The people who were moving me came at 5 p.m. So we were those ones who were, yes,
5 p.m.
Yeah, we were arriving.
Wow.
We were arriving in Kileleshwa at night.
But you know what they say about guys who move at night?
What?
That
They were running away.
they were running away. And then there's this thing about when you move at night, you don't want the thieves to see what you're carrying.
Oh, yeah.
So you go in the evening. So now guys are just distracted about they're not
sure what you
focusing.
have.
They're not focusing on what you have.
Or in the morning, you have a new neighbor.
Yeah.
Hey, how are you, Jalini?
Yes, so that was me. That was my experience that first
But
time.
then again,
Yeah.
how much are you moving with?
Me, I always have many things.
Okay.
Always, I have many things. So first, I packed myself. I was pregnant. I don't know. By the way, I don't know what I was thinking. I don't know what I was doing. Then we get there at 8 p.m.
To start unpacking.
Yes.
Of
No, we
loading.
couldn't unpack. You see, since we didn't have children, as long as the guys who are helping me move, they put up the curtains, they put up the bed. That was basic.
First of all, those curtains are just for covering the window.
Yes.
There's no
Actually,
aesthetic
it's true.
beauty. You're just putting the curtain.
night.
Yeah.
Yeah, so the next day is when you start thinking, and there were curtain boxes, you start thinking of hooking them in, all that stuff. Yeah. But this time round, I was wiser. Yes. So I got movers. So my criteria for choosing the kind of movers I chose first was price, cost. Are you the cheapest? Yes. And also from referrals. I don't know what your experience is. Wangari also moved recently. Susan also moved recently. But I got very good movers and they came on time. We started early. I had many children all over the place running around wanting to help to pack. So like, what do you do with your children when you're moving? How do you, what preparations do you take? Yeah. Before, during, and after. Yeah.
I think when you have children, the most important thing that you ask yourself is, where are the children going to be? Because you have all these people in your house, they're trying to move you, and then you can't have children running around. Yeah, because and then even for you, you're watching your stuff being packed, and you're like, okay, all my stuff needs to be inside, and then now you're running around with children. Somebody wants to go toilet, so that is one of the first things that you have to think about. Where will the children be? I have moved twice in my adult life. The first time I moved, I was pregnant.
maybe.
And yeah, and I'm very fortunate that I was able to take our son. We only had one child at that time, so we were able to take him to my sister's, and he stayed there the whole day. And even this one, there were 3. They went to my sister's house for the weekend. So now we moved on a Friday, yeah, and then they came on Sunday, yeah.
So
After
did
we
you
had
use
moved.
movers?
Yes.
Both
Yes,
times?
both times
Okay.
we use movers.
Okay, as we didn't use movers, but the work that the movers do, you need to have someone to help you because it's a lot. Especially like it could be even the watchy downstairs to help you move the beds, the big stuff, the fridge and all that, or a relative or even your spouse, like just you need a male figure to help you move. And then the kids were at my sister's, and then we took the comfort of just staying there until we comfortably moved everything. And then now on Friday is when now we moved in officially. So it was a whole week of
So
literally
you did
moving.
little by little.
Yeah,
every
little
day.
by little, little by little.
So how long did it take you to pack?
To pack?
Is it Leon in this room? Shwa! Into the suitcase.
And especially since you're doing little by little.
Yeah.
Let's say actually we took the whole day. We took the whole day, but we had like 3 hands help. So one person was in the kids' bedroom, my room, kitchen, the big stuff all taken by the males. So like the whole day literally.
Wow.
Then
To pack.
to pack.
And then to unpack is a whole week.
And then to unpack is a whole
Or
month.
3 months. but my question is, then you, at least since you had the luxury of moving over a week.
Yes.
Because a lot of us don't have that luxury.
Yes.
If you've said you're moving by the 3rd,
Yes.
hiyo ndio siku ya kuhama, leave us our
Yes.
house.
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah.
So, but do you prepare your children before you move? As in, because you're going to a new neighborhood. So, do you like have a talk? Do you take them to see the new house? Things like, because what us guys did several times, we went to see the new house. Of course, the older one understands we are moving, of course, and he went and told all his friends we are going to move. We have a new house, whatever. But the younger ones don't get it, but we still took them, so they got used to the house. Because what I noticed with children, even when I go to visit someone with them, at some point they become kind of withdrawn. It's like they want to go back home, and you realize they become irritable. But when we take them home, then they're okay. They come back to normal. So I was actually afraid that maybe we will move, then maybe my younger ones will be like, they want to go back home. But I think over time we took them to that new house. So the day we moved, they just adapted, and they had more space to play. So I think they just adapted.
Yeah, we also, even for us, we took the kids to the new house once we decided. Okay, it was not a planned move. Well, it was planned, but not planned. In the sense that the space just became available and whatever happened. So we thought they were already familiar with the area or that neighborhood. So we just went. Now, then when you start seeing the empty house, then we're like, okay, yeah, this is where we're. Then they're like, okay, so you start asking questions. Okay, so we are going to move, yeah. Where is my room? Then they get excited when you go to the new house, and they're like, yeah, this is where I'm. Yeah. So it's a good thing for them. I think it mentally prepares them to where they're gonna go. Yeah.
No, I was just like, I was applauding our parenting. We're very good parents.
With our parents, you could be
when I
moving from
compare-
Nairobi to Nakuru, and you're not told.
Nothing. Okay, I didn't have the luxury of moving because I was born where my folks had built a house. But people who had to move, it's not. Were you prepped by your dad?
No.
You know.
Okay, I remember there's this one instance. I was pretty young, and we're moving into the house that now he had built. Uko, hometown Uko. And he was so bored. Like, we used to stay in a house where, okay, my dad used to work far. So my mom, you see these houses that the company gives you. It was for a school. It was pretty small. So my dad was so done with that house. So we were waiting for the school lorry to move us on a Saturday evening. It delayed to come. My dad couldn't wait for the next day.
You are those night movers.
Night runners.
I remember we got trucks, and I remember them mkokoteni, by the way. Anything extra went into them mkokoteni, and we were all, twendeni, let's go with the small car. We were going to the new house. I just remember waking up to a dark house because, yani, and it was so full of, and we were like, where are we? Yeah, so we didn't have that
Mental preparation.
No.
Yeah.
So then,
So also, let me ask, is there a good day, as you're preparing to move, is there a good day to move, like a good day of the week? Like, is it better to move on a Monday than on a Saturday, for example? Or it's just a day is a day?
I personally picked a weekday, mainly because where I was moving from, I had the luxury of compound space. There was so much parking you'd never lack. Where I moved to, it has less parking. So I picked a weekday because of that. Because I was like, now the lorry is going to come. Then I'm going to come with a car. Then so I was like, you know what? First, I picked a weekday. There's less, and then a weekday is a school day. So there's less activity, whether from where I'm moving from and from where I'm going. So yeah, I just didn't want the extra chaos to already, because moving is chaotic. Yeah. So that's why I picked a weekday. I just thought it was less chaotic. Yeah.
Auntie Shiro is quiet.
She's never moved.
Me, I've never moved.
You're still living with your parents?
No.
She moved with her clothes.
No, me after marriage, I moved into the house, and that's where I've been. So we were fortunate enough for when we were growing up to move a lot. We used to move a lot. So I guess for me, since I'm the last born, that there's a lot of things that are done that I'm told what to do. Shiro, you're in charge of this, or you're doing this, or you're doing this. So you just ingear the plan. So I've not organized, I've not pangad, I've not sent my kids away. No, me, I'm waiting. I'm waiting for the day I move into my palace.
Oh, nice.
Amen.
Yes,
Your castle.
Amen to your palace.
So I
And then
wanted.
we'll get movers, and then you'll
I know.
you'll show up in the evening to cook the meal you want because everything has been made.
I know someone who tells my former neighbor told me when she's moving, she gives the movers instructions and she goes to work. Yes, and she will. So when you're saying you're watching your things being packed, she delegates. Yeah, she delegates, and her and her husband, they go to work.
But isn't that the essence of movers?
It is.
So we are from a different school of thought.
Who supervises? Yeah.
See, they have a supervisor.
I just pack my certificates and my jewelry and my innerwear, like my things.
Your
My
personal
family's personal stuff. The kids are packed in a suitcase, and then we shall meet in the new house.
Actually, talking of that, what preparations do we do before you move?
No, but back to that question. Isn't that why we get movers? So that then we are not there.
Take it off your mind.
Yeah, me, don't break my things. My glasses,
But-
don't break them.
but they are-
But there's still that level. I think for me, you still need that level of supervision. That yes, they will put stuff and you will instruct them, but there's also that part of overseeing what they're doing. For me,
I feel like the guys I used when we moved came with their own supervisor. So unless I'm supervising their supervisor.
yes, you are supervising their supervisor because also
Yeah,
that's
but
what I
if they have
did.
a question?
Yeah, because the supervisor.
So now
the
the
worker.
person-
So now the guys who are doing the heavy lifting are asking the supervisor. He inaenda wapi? He inaenda
So
wapi?
now for me, what they told me, it was more important for me to be here than at my old house.
Yes.
Because now here is where they needed my
Direction.
inputs.
Yeah.
And which bed is going to which side. But on the other side, imagine.
You don't
But
need
they
them.
also came with a customer care person. Like the person
Okay.
who handled me gave me the confidence. So because I didn't take my kids somewhere. And I had a 3-month-old when I was moving.
Wow.
Yeah. So it was we pack. I carry the things that I would kill you about. You and your company, me, both of us, one of us will be in jail. I carry those things. And then I
The
left.
rest. Yeah.
Then now we met here at like 1
I'm still
p.m.
at the point of you had your children. You know, when we're discussing what preparations,
Yeah.
we said you choose the movers you're going to use. You pack away your valuables and your personal stuff. You throw away your children
I can't throw away
somewhere.
a
You send them
3-month-old.
off.
But she,
They are
but
booby.
it was a 3-month-old.
Yeah, they are
Why
on
would you
boob.
have thrown them
So you
away?
throw away yourself with them.
Yeah.
For something.
You just come back home when it's done. You're called to go back home.
Yeah, that's why now for me,
For
I
you,
feel
yeah.
like it was actually a very good thing. They're not cheap, so I feel like they came with that package of they're going to do the running, they're going to do the. So for me, even here, like when we got here, it was for set up my room and the bed, like especially because of the kid, went up. Then instructions here, they had the instructions and they knew what to follow. Because I couldn't throw away my 3-month-old. So now because one is staying with me now, how will I explain to the 3-year-old by then?
Yeah.
So I was just like, it's okay, it's a moving day.
Wow.
Yeah.
Me, I thought I would move with my children. I was like, I'm an only child, so I learned to do things on my own with my things and So I was like, I can do this. Then my friend told me, no, Eunice,
Where were
you
the
can't.
kids? Where did they go?
They went to my friend's house. She said, just send me the children with the nanny. Just And I'm so glad she insisted I do that, because if the movers were leaving my house almost at curfew time.
I have a question.
Yeah.
Isn't your nanny very important in that
In the movie.
Yeah, I know. In the scheme of things.
How? Why?
Because in the kitchen, we don't have to open everything. So when they're unpacking, let her be there. Like for me, the spoons are here. So that's now me when we are struggling to live in the new
Anajua where
house.
things are.
At least kuna mtu anajua vijiko zilikuwa wapi.
But where they got them from, they
No, me,
they
I
set
had
up.
the kids. But the nanny for me was more important in that whole.
that's it.
Yeah.
The setup in my old kitchen, it was kind of similar to my new one. So what they did, where they got the glasses from, is where they went and put them there.
So had they been to the other house, to the new house and the old house?
No.
So that means that.
But when we get to the new house, they first go in and survey.
Yeah.
They first go in and say, okay, this is what. So
But-
like they bring the fridge,
But for you as a person who's moving, one of the things that you need to go is to jipanga into the house that you're moving to.
Yeah.
Psychologically.
You're like, this room, this kitchen, okay, I can put my stuff here, just to rearrange in your mind, so that then you're giving instructions to the movers as to what goes where. And also something that I realized later that is helpful is if you label the stuff in your old house. You're like, okay, all the stuff in this cupboard goes to room number 2 in.
At what time are we labeling again?
You're doing that before. Of course, it has to be before you move.
So you're done packing.
No. You're labeling. Like
So
if
when
this
they
is, for example, the boys' room. The boys' room in this old house is the new, this room is the boys' room in the new house. So everything goes there. You get? If this is the linen, whatever, where you put your sheets and things, if this is where it is in the old house, this is where it's going to be in the new house. Yeah? So that then there's a kind of coordination. And then now you don't need to come, they're not asking you all the time, he nenda wapi? Yeah. That's what I realized.
But
later.
I would imagine that movers have a system.
They do.
Yeah?
They do.
Such that then when they're packing, they're saying we are moving from maybe the blue room to the blue room. No. I mean, for example, if the boys' room is blue, and you're still going to have a blue room, then you're going to move from the boys' room to the boys' room, the girls' room to the girls' room, so that then it's not at where are we going now?
Yeah, they do. They
But
do.
also another point of why you should be there. Okay, so the movers put the beds in another way. I was like,
Yes.
No. In your new
way?
house, you
Yeah.
should be there.
yes.
Yeah.
When
So
they're
now I was-
packing, so now you're zungukaing and you're like,
So like my
this one does
my
not
friend
work.
went
Imagine, just do this and this. And fine, we're happy. And then also the pain point I have with movers is putting up curtains, especially if you have curtain rails,
Boxes.
curtain boxes, not the rails. Because now if you're moving from a curtain, if you're moving to a curtain box, yes. So now they'll put it up, yes. But now, if you have OCD like me, it has to be in a particular...
The gathers have to be.
Yeah,
Like-
the hooks have to be after 10 spaces or whatever, even. So that you can
that
hang...
is-
because
those
now, you know what ended up happening is that I put down the curtains myself. and rehang them later on.
But those are finer details that only you can do.
It is true.
Yeah.
Me, before we moved, I
Yeah.
knew the curtain box would be an issue.
Yeah.
So I asked my landlord, can I put curtain rods in the new house? That's when he
Yeah.
agreed.
Yeah.
You just change.
Yeah,
And
because
that's
now
what- yeah,
will I
that's what I
change my
did as
curtains
well.
are so expensive. So will you change curtains? So for me, I changed curtain rods. It was cheaper to change curtain rods to the new house than now having to
The
get
curtain boxes.
Yeah.
Oh, and that's also another thing you need to consider before you move. Where you're moving, are you going to do? Do they have curtain boxes or curtain rods? Do they have, like when I moved to my new house, the bulbs were screw type, which I've never used. I was so shocked first of all. I was like, what is that?
Did you paint before or?
I painted before. Yeah, we painted before. You have to consider all those things. And one other most important thing is meals. Meals for that day, because you need to eat. Yeah. Especially dinner. At the end of the day, you and your family are all going to be in that house in the evening. What are you going to eat? Depending on where you're moving to and the time you have, will the cooker have been set up? Do you know where your sufurias are?
So what
Is
did
there
you do?
water?
What did you do for
I
food?
took takeout.
Yeah. Us guys ate at the neighbors. We
Yeah.
told the neighbor.
Yeah.
Sasa, Jua, for this weekend, you're feeding us. Luckily, the kids were not there. It was just us, the adults. So now, I just told her, food, we're coming to your house.
Just you knew your new neighbor.
Yeah,
You see, at least
yeah.
you knew your new neighbor. And then also pack, like now I moved on a weekday. So the next day my son was going to school.
Walele.
So you need to know where the uniform is. So the next morning you are tired, cobwebs is waking up. Mom, where are the masks? I was like, what is that? Masks.
Where is the
Yeah,
mask?
where is the mask? And it's a child's mask. You know, you can't take mine because it's too big for him. I'm just like, where is the mask? We had to look for masks. So you need to know, like, what are the next morning's activities, and are you prepared for them? And I remember I prepared the younger children because I had a diaper bags packed. So I knew they have change of clothes in there, they have their diapers in there. Even if they have to take a shower, it's not going to be hard. But now this other one, I was just like,
YOLO.
that's a big boy. Yeah. Shortly, we almost didn't go to school
But
because
I
of a
also
mask.
think relaxing is a good idea. Like
Relaxing.
not being stressed sana.
Yeah.
Especially if you can afford movers,
afford
or
movers,
you can
yeah.
move over time.
Yeah.
Because I feel like our mindset, once you as a mom you've panicked, the whole house.
will
Yeah.
Once you're looking like you're not sure, the whole house is following suit.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And then make sure that you have power
Oh yeah.
and water.
Lucky and
I
internet, if you're
carried
lucky.
a jerry can of water just in case.
Yeah.
Because I was like, I don't know the water situation in that place. Yeah, just in case. Yeah. Yeah.
So how would you rate your movers?
Oh, I love them.
Give them a shout out.
Okay, what were they called?
Sasa oh my gosh.
I can't remember. I'll give them a shout out in the comments below. In the comments below, I'll give it. But I love them and I like their cooperativeness because they came in and their attitude. They were just happy. They were not irritated at any one point, and I had a lot of things. But there's no point where they were irritated or whatever. They were just happy to do things. Yeah. So they set me up well, and I remember they couldn't set up the Go TV and stuff. The person came back the next day and did
wow.
it. Yeah, he came back the next day because of curfew.
And also that's something that you need to consider if they give you that as part of their service.
Yes.
To hook you up for
value.
DSTV or Zoo, whatever internet connection, are they gonna do that
to
to
your
you?
hanging lines.
Yeah,
Hanging
exactly.
lines.
Yes, they do hanging lines.
Hey.
Yes.
How would you rate?
And now I feel like I want to move for the experience.
How would you rate your movers one?
Out of 10, maybe an 8.5. They were capital movers. They were actually very friendly, very good. They had a big truck. In fact, I was like, hey, is my stuff going to fit in there? And they're like, don't worry, madam, we got this. And for sure, everything fitted into the truck.
One trip.
One trip.
Wow,
One
I did
truck.
2 trips.
Yeah, Eunice is a hoarder.
They were called Brabant movers.
Yeah.
The house?
Brabant. Yeah. They also have another name, but that's the name I can't remember. Yes.
Yeah, so
Kudos to them.
they left us settled.
Yeah.
Yeah.
How will you rate the men in your life
Uh,
that moved you?
10 over 10.
yeah, because very supportive. You can imagine the beds, the cooker, those technical things, man.
Kwanza the beds.
Kwanza the beds.
You're like, wait.
Me, I'll give
Yeah.
Integrity Movers a 9.
Mm.
Yeah. It was 3 years ago, 4
But-
years ago, but yeah, I hope they're still in business.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay, so those are our moving experiences, except Oshiro's.
It's coming.
It's coming.
Coming soon.
Palace.
Please comment below. Tell us your experience. Recommend movers that you know who are good, because there are many of us who would be moving, not necessarily just in Mum Nation, but yeah. Remember to subscribe, share. What else? Like and subscribe to our pages, Instagram, Facebook, and sanitize with Dettol.
Thank
Bye.
you. Bye.